there was any like smite toppers like coming in and ruining the gameplay. Kind of wanted to know like what that last game was like for you, and were those moments later on getting a little scary, or were you guys in control the whole time?
I think our mid-game setups and our late-game execution on, despite how much gold we were up, wasn't very good, and that's probably why the game looked pretty shaky. I think we kind of did get carried by our gold lead later on in the game. Team fighting was pretty frisky, and our mid-game, map play could definitely use some work.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, our early game was really good. The ball plays were really good. Shifting to Herald, or getting it for free, basically, was super good. And we blew up in the game really early. So from the get-go, we were definitely on the front foot of this game.
When it comes to your team coming together and figuring out those later parts of the game, generally what we've learned throughout years of League of Legends is that takes time. And you guys haven't been together too long. So what has this process been like of getting together as a team and learning about each other and how it's going to work?
Oh, it's kind of been like a, crawl to the finish line as quickly as you can. Keyword crawl.
Yeah.
Because we only had 4 days, I think, with Ole before the split even started, because he just arrived. Support is a really pivotal role in competitive League of Legends. So, yeah, we definitely had to get on our feet as quickly as we could. And, as we speak now, still trying to figure out a lot of, the ways we want to play the game, and, a lot of, how do you say it, concepts, and kind of nailing our macro as well as our early game.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are a lot of holes to fill, and we're trying to fill them as quickly as possible, because you don't just want to be going 0-2 playing catch up the whole split.
Sure.
Definitely trying to get back up to scrap as soon as possible.
When it comes to how you guys do your decision making and how you guys shot call, like how does that work within this iteration of Golden Guardians?
I think our early game is very much so dictated by our jungler, Mila or Pride Stalker. I think a lot of teams have the same way, because your early game is definitely super impacted by your jungle piling. But I think mid to late game, a lot of it is just our whole team. I think the people with the bigger voices, or people who are the head in the game, usually have the responsibility of calling the game and dictating where we want to go, where we want to set up. So I think that's just how our team dynamic is right now. We'll flesh it out as the split goes on, but for now, this is the system that works.
How do you feel about this smite top enchanter meta kind of thing that's happening? Because it does seem like the team that does play that get to put more focus down on the bottom side of the map, and that seems like it would be a positive thing for a bot lane player.
Dude, smite top is not it.
Okay, why not?
I mean, okay, it has a really high win rate.
It does.
It is super viable. Some games we lost to it, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of other teams have lost to it too.
Yeah.
It's strong. It's really strong. I just think playing this game for this long, it's so no honor. Your top laner is just not laning.
Yeah.
He's not laning, and he's playing Janna Karma buffing the enemy AD carry.
Yeah.
It's really strong. I'll give it that, and teams should probably look into the details of how to beat it or play it themselves. But yeah, definitely not an honorable way to play IMO.
Yeah, I always like asking it, because I feel like I hope it gets taken out. I think it's actually going to get taken out, just because it feels like this week the game times have gotten longer, because people don't know what to play, so they'll just scale, and then you have that one big fight around Soul, or even after Soul. We've seen some teams wait to Elder to have that fight. So, it feels kind of like the lane swap meta, where it's like, all right, you take that tower, you take that tower, all right, we switch, all right, now we ARAM it, okay, now we can play at like 23 to 25 minutes. Like, I really hope that the game gets away from that, and so hearing what you think as a pro and saying no honor, I like that,
For sure.
I wanted to ask, you brought up no honor as someone who has played for a while. You have bounced around between teams for a while, and also been, going back to your Echo Fox days, right? I think that was the first org that you played at here in the LCS?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then, bounced between multiple teams, most recently over at TSM, and you've had a quietly long career here in NA. I kind of want to get your thoughts on how it feels to be in the LCS now. Does it feel different? Because that last week's matches felt exciting. It feels like there's a new type of energy that's happening this year specifically.
I think, it's just weird. I think the LCS has I think it kind of comes out with a bang, where there are a lot of players you haven't seen before. Like on C9, there's Berserker, Winsome. just new faces in the LCS, as well as these like crazy styles. Even today, like there's Karthus being picked.
Yep.
Like Aatrox are really exciting champs.
Yep.
I think as the years go on, compared to the start of LCS and just in general League of Legends competitively, if you see like Worlds the past couple years, it's been getting stronger and stronger. There are less teams where you can be like, oh, that team's gonna get stomped.
Yeah.
I think this last Worlds, if you look at group stages, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Everyone has a chance. There's so many strong teams. You can't discount any of the seeds from LPL, LCK, even LEC and LCS didn't do super poorly.
Right.
At Worlds. So I think, as well as LCS, there's less and less, this team's definitely going to get stomped the whole split.
Yeah.
And that definitely creates more excitement, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
As someone who's kind of, still growing and still like playing after all these years, what is the thing that you want to work on? And what is the thing that you're super focused in on for yourself specifically coming into the 2022 season?
I think the big thing is like the last couple of years, I haven't, shown my character, my player identity enough in the game, and I haven't made a huge impact on the league.
Sure.
And I really want to be a player that changes that and doesn't stay in their own roots all the time and like keep reinventing themselves.
Yeah.
I think this year is a big opportunity for me, and I really, really hope that I can show that at some point during this year.
What do you need to do that?
I need to level up my game, bro. Like, just get better, get good. I haven't won. I've been to Academy Grand Finals, bunch of Grand Finals, even in OPL.
Yeah.
But I haven't won, and I haven't made it to Worlds either. So I got a lot of accomplishments I'd really like, to fulfill, and that just means I got to get better.
Well, a win is a step in the right direction. Congrats on the win today, brother. Thanks for the time, man.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, man. Of course, you can catch him every week here on the LCS over with Golden Guardians, and you can catch more content here on dGon Esports.